Hey everyone, welcome to the start of this series, Your Dreams, My Memes. And yeah, I've built 12 players, really fucking crazy builds, and we're gonna see what they can do with them. This is going to be their first turn to send me messages. This is turn 2. Nobody blind expanded this turn. A message has arrived from Ulm. Hither came Conan, the Cimmerian, black-haired, sullen-eyed, sword in hand, a thief, a reaver, a slayer, with the gigantic melancholies and gigantic mirth, to tread the jeweled throne of the earth under his sandaled feet. The Phoenix on the sword, 1932. I guess he's done way more research into. I thought it was. Wait. I thought I did He Man, because I thought that's the name of his god. That He Man and Conan, I don't think are the same. He's got. I mean, it's possible this lore connects them both. Bright Moon, Castle Bright Moon? I think that's He-Man. Conan, I don't think I'd give the magic weapon, right? I think He-Man's the one with the magic sword. What do I actually know about any of this, though? Not very much. Just a few internet memes. Okay, message from Calum. I humbly accept my mission and will make it rain all the colors of the rainbow. I am halfway to construction 2, so we'll make it a priority to get lightning rod and summon some corpse constructs to hold the line. That said, I will start expanding by using lowly Spirehorn warriors. I really tried to make Archer expansion work, but it doesn't. Because I can't get a critical mass. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know how good the archers are as melee units, but one thing I probably would at least test is to see if these guys, because they have got a decent weapon bless still. Where are we? Calum? Whoop. Okay. These guys. Yeah, they've got a 12 attack ice knife, which with a bunch of weapon effects, it's possible they could be decent in melee. So they could be like hold an attack, and then during the hold, they would shoot their bows and maybe kill some things, and then jump in with the rest of your troops. I also debated recruiting mammoths this turn, but ultimately decided against it since they only work effectively against a few indie types. Sniping the commanders usually works better in my opinion. Excellent. Next up from Pangea. Well, pedal to the metal, I guess. YOLO and beep beep. Beep beep. Excellent. Grippa playing Ubar. Oh, fuck the infamous +1 morale bless. What have you done to me? Also, what the hell are these scales? Oh no, I'm scared. Believe we get a prediction here. Oh no. What the fuck? I'm Dom 1? Oh no. Was it Dom 1? I guess it was. Yeah. And I think that's it. Nobody expanded this turn. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. Turn 3. Okay, turn 3. A message from Ulm. Early thoughts. Rushing my meme blessed greatswords is a terrible idea. It wouldn't be fun to ignore them. Even with larger, they take a ton of attrition or lose outright to lots of chaff. They need to be paired with the lance projectile catchers to get in close. Once they do, I would give my left sandal to sacrifice a bit of strength for an attack buff. On the bright side, if I can keep them alive into mid-game, they should be strong counter to thugs and super combatants, unless they stack repel and defense. For now, fingers crossed I can win these sword mercs, and that would help clear some tougher indies early. I sent him I thought I sent him a message back, which I don't normally do. But I just said that I'm imagining, because I haven't tested any of this, but if you tested it, they would do better than you would think in expansion, because they hit so hard. They're going to be hitting for like 40 damage, that even if they get blocked by a shield, which is where, higher attack is nice, they're still going to kill the unit. So I expect they would do better than you'd think, just because of the shield, being able to smash through a shield. But, who knows? Maybe not. Yeah, we told everybody good luck. And that's it. So on with expansion. We'll do this from the map. Abyssia, they're coming down here. Now, Abyssia is one of the best starting armies in the game. How did this guy get crippled already? How do you... Oh, wait. He expanded last turn? Is this turn 3? Oh, he must have blind expanded and then took a second to wait. I don't know exactly what happened. Because you would think he must have blind expanded and I missed it. Ulm coming out here. He's got a bunch of these axe warriors in the front. I wonder if he's going to have them fire or if they're just going to attack. Yeah, he eats one dude. They're probably about to run, though. Sadly, I think they're going to make it off the field. Because this guy's limped. Yeah, they all made it off. So that's a little annoying. A bunch of them retreated. Some of them probably died in the retreat as well. Okay. So that's interesting. Coming down, Lanka not expanding. We can see they're getting Ansuras. Now, one of the nice things about Ansuras is that they don't cost many resources, so you can really pump them out. This is the stop hitting yourself self build. So it's Fire Shield, Encharged Body, and Blood Vengeance. I think that's it. Maybe there's one other thing. But yeah, it's pretty funny. And that finishes this column. We'll try to go through a few turns. I'm going to keep it pretty quick here. We'll try to do at least 2 turns an episode. Mictlan, now this is pretty interesting because Mictlan, this is the literally impossible to kill build. He's got a bonus. Oh god, I don't know how much, but it's a lot of hit points each form. These guys got abused, and you can look at it. They start with 34 hit points. It's ridiculous. And then they have a minus 20 through Undying before they even go to the next form. Very, very, very beefy. I'm loving this. Hinnom. Now, Hinnom has an interesting one. They have the fun surprise. So I gave them enough scales where they should be able to expand with scales units. And if they can survive until turn 30, they're going to get all and ethereal. Which I think will be possible, but Seir with all and ethereal will be very, very spooky. Very, very spooky. Grippa with a classic Grippa play. He's got some camels. I mean, these are things I approve of for a starting army. So these guys finally filter through. They throw their javelins. Oh, these guys immediately break. Oh no, Grippa. Oh no. Yeah, that didn't go very well for you. Feels pretty bad, man. I mean, it's a lot of heavy infantry, I guess. And this could be the same thing. Tribals are probably a lot easier to take. He's got a few tribal options. Those are probably easier to take with this kind of garbage setup. Just because these guys don't have as much armor. But you'll probably lose more to like ranged attrition. But I think if you have birds and stuff, probably better. Mictlan. We've already seen them. So coming over. Now, Helheim, we've got interesting things. We've got... he's got Big Bird here. Kerberti 1, Raven of the Underworld. Who's got Death 10. I mean, holy shit. and Fire 7 for Fear and Awe. They've got a pretty good starting army, too. Now, the reason you take your Pretender, this particular Pretender with your starting army, and you probably don't want him doing Animate Dead. I think you can maybe do Raise Skeleton or whatever. It's because you want him to eat corpses after combat, and this will get rid of the corpses. So I probably would just put him on Hold, Attack Closest or something. Hold, Attack Closest. Because you don't want to accidentally eat up all your corpses. But yeah, we can't sadly see how many corpses are in this province. Here he just pings it to see how many heavy cav are present. But it'll be, I'm actually interested. I don't know how well these guys will expand, but I think it should be really good. Like, these Hellheartings are going to be really hard to hit, especially with Awe on them. And with Fear, like 3 or 4 of these guys with Fear should almost instantly rout the enemy. Like, it'll be like probably no more than 3 turns in melee. So that seems pretty powerful, but we'll see. We've got the birds expanding south. This is actually very dangerous for the birds because they're about even numbers with the human troops. And the human troops are all fighters, so there's no archers for them to jump on. I think the birds are going to... This looks very dangerous, unless they can snipe all the commanders. Alright, they've gotten the commanders. Yeah, and the reason why if you get the commanders it makes a big difference is they get a routing penalty, which gives you -4 attack, -4 defense. It doesn't affect protection, but yeah. Also, the minus morale means they're going to get repelled a lot as well. So, ends up working pretty okay here. But if they didn't get all the commanders, they would have gotten killed there. For sure. But that's good. That's a good start. Caelim's Bless is honestly going to be one of the funniest ones. It's like all the weapons blesses on the archers. It's going to be so cool if it works. I've honestly never seen anybody try it. And it could be really... Actually, I have no idea how good or not good it would be. Oh god, what is this? This is a bunch of Marcata. Oh my gosh, you don't want to lose to a bunch of Marcata. The shame. So they're going to get in a... Oh man, they're going to get in a poo fighting contest with the Marcata. You don't want to do that. Oh, there's no sacreds here. This is just the starting army, plus a few dudes. Oh, the slingers are running. That was the commander that ran. Did he get hit in the head or something? Oh no, he just pieced the fuck out. Well, that is a zinger. He should have won this. I think the main mistake he made... I mean, I think he should have won this even with his script. But I think the main mistake is you probably want to have these guys running in and making contact sooner. Like, I'll break it down for you. Okay, so these guys, the slingers are going to run forward and shoot. And they're going to have a good while where they're just shooting. Now, if these were melee troops, and only melee, I think this would have been good. Because then you're getting in, like, free shots while your guys close in, and then they land right in front of you, where you're able to get really good archer shots. Like, if this was an entirely melee army, this would be great. But what ends up happening is you're exposing these guys to ranged fire against an army with a lot more ranged units than you have. And, yeah, they end up running, and then you lose. If they run, you basically are going to lose. So that was unfortunate. He's got some Tuatha warriors now, though. So we'll see next turn what happens with the Tuatha. And coming down to Baratos, we have cosplaying as the Jinn. He's got his archers. Not sure the Colossi Warrior is really getting to shine here, but he's at least doing fine. These guys might run, though. Yep. Do they get off the field? They do not. Okay. So it's actually okay. You know, they lost 4 guys. These guys are in a little bit of dire straits, but excellent. He's got, he could come over here and take this wasteland. Might be able to tank this. Or this. Yeah, I would probably reinforce and take this. For Pan, he must have blind expanded as well, but he ran into Horse Tribe, and Horse Tribe are pretty mean. Like, these guys don't have great armor, so if it goes past their not amazing shield, they're going to be taking pretty major damage from the archers. And then when they close, obviously, they get lanced. And then the Minotaur's pissed. So, yeah, wrecked. But he's got White Centaur out. And not just any White Centaur. He's got very, 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 very fast White Centaur. So hopefully we get to see those deploy next turn. Tianqi. Now, this is an interesting build for Tianqi. It is a Weapons Bless. But right now, the Weapons Bless is a little moderate. He might look at this and be like, oh, this is kind of interesting. I get some cold damage. I get some poison damage. No, my friend, this is just for expansion, because Warriors of the 5 Elements should be able to expand okay with just this. The real Bless is when you get Thunder Weapons and Death Weapons and Flaming Weapons, in addition to all of that. Now they're going to come get some kills here. Get some of those experience stars. Excellent. He loses 1 Warrior of the 5 Element. Acceptable attrition. Very nice start from Tianqi. I highly approve. And that brings us back to the start, and it's 17 minutes. We'll see if we can go ahead and get another one in. All right, we've got turn 4. A message from Abyssea. Good news, my blind expand party didn't die. Bad news, 2 undead provinces in my cap circle. More good news, I yoinked 2 items from the second undead province, a Ring of Tamed Lightning and a Hardwood Club. Very nice. My thoughts on the map. North is probably my best direction to go because there aren't any puddles. I would like to fight Helheim at some point to get some insight on how Abyssea Helheim fights go. He'll actually completely fucking crush Helheim. Because he's got Fire Shield, and against Herdlings, which don't have... against Hellherdings, which don't have, like, any fire resistance, but have a hoof attack, they will, like, get destroyed. But Kirby's a good player. He could forge items. He's got the bird, and the bird might be... I mean, the bird's going to have a really hard time against burning ones, too. Skelly spam's not going to work. I don't know what Kirby's going to do, but this, especially with the build I gave him, he's going to really, really, really struggle against Abyssea. But we'll see. Maybe Helheim goes on somebody else. Maybe Kirby can talk his way out. Maybe Kirby can figure out a way to win against Helheim. I'm not sure what that way would be, but I choose to hold out hope. Ubar and Lanka have indicated they're going to struggle to expand, but both are good players and might still be hard to invade. I'm building 2 more Demon Breads this turn to scope out my east and west neighbors. The first is my Prophet, which I want to get XP killing things. I also have 2 Slayers helping with expansion. Excellent. Research is going to be a struggle, so Construction 2 is my first target. I hope to trade Infamiliars for Alquils. Probably gets with some amount of gems, since Alquils are better. Okay. Was that the last message? I'm guessing the pretender is Ilya of the Moon. Yeah, he doesn't know. Because we've given him a... I think it's an imprisoned regen. So he doesn't know. I hope he survives so that he can get surprised as hell by Regeneration Bless. Okay, Hinam, are you expecting us to write revealing messages? I'm really just expanding at the moment, nothing much to say. I think I reply back to Hinam and say, just send whatever you want, mostly things we can't see, like diplomacy. That province said that there were 22 dudes in it, mostly slingers and heavy infantry. For my loss, what did I believe? Dude, slinger provinces are the worst. I always die to slinger provinces. All right. Where's Ubar? Have they expanded? Or are you sulking in shame in your capital, Grippa? Where the fuck are you? Grippa? Wait, where the fuck is... Wait, he's near... it's like actually invisible to me. Okay, I know he's a neighbor. Okay, here we are. Damn it, Grippa. There's only one flag on the map. How am I supposed to find you? Oh, he hides in his capital in shame. Oh, god damn it, Grippa. You better break out of there, you bastard. Do not shame me. That's it. As soon as he gets it, as soon as the year turns and he can get those Sultan, it's gonna be ridiculous. I mean, those are gonna be sexy Sultan. Micklin, setting an aggressive early border with Hinam, comes down to this cave where he's gonna fight a pack of cavemen. All right, this is enough cavemen that most people are gonna kind of wet the bed. I mean, guys, this is a tremendous amount of cavemen. Perfectly times these guys to get up here, just almost perfectly. I mean, actually kind of... This might be the only way to win this battle. Because these guys can't tank all the cavemen. But, oh my god. They've tanked most of them. Some of these guys are in their Jaguar form, but most of them have 20-something hit points left. And now they're running. I mean, guys, this is actually unreal. Like, this is one of the sickest expands. Turn whatever, like, this is the starting army plus 6 Jags, taking out cavemen. Pretty sick. Just saying. I'm not pretending this is a good build, but plus hit points on Micklin's pretty fucking good. Hinam rolling out with more fun wagons. Lossless expansion from Hinam. In his capital, he's recruiting more Avite infantry, which I like. I think this is a pretty good way to expand. You can do it with fun wagons too. I find this is just lower attrition. It's far more likely you lose fun wagons, but anyhow, very cool. Ubar, we've already covered. Grippa's shame. Over here, we see Tuatha rolling out. Oh no, it looks like they had routed the commander somehow. So that was an important detail I didn't notice last fight. Apparently they didn't notice either. Because they could have just sent a scout or something here, right? They didn't need to send their whole army. For those of you who forgot, Tir Nanog, we have blessed with the extremely sexiful Strength plus 10 Blood Surge Bless. With the idea that these guys are going to be able to chunk these things super freaking far. It's range, yeah, here we go, range 23. And it's going to hit for 25 damage. I mean, this is going to peg people to trees. And then after that, right, after the first javelin pegs people to trees, they should get Blood Surge. And then they charge into melee very, very killy. All right, Helheim expanding. We've got Big Bird present. He's being very cautious here. He's doing Animate Skeleton, not Animate Dead, which is better. Ooh, these javelins, they took a bit of a beating here. Oh, Big Bird has jumped in the back. Excellent. Calum. Let's see. I think this is a lossless expansion from them. This is starting army with some of the... Oh, wait, no. I thought there were archers here. He's got these swordsmen in front. And they engage while the commanders get yeeted in the back. This is very, very, very clean. Excellent play from Calum so far. And, okay, boys, time to go Burr. Race card Pangea coming out. Oh my gosh. Look how fast they are. Oh no, one has died. That seems like the biggest danger with this build is they go so fast it's easy for them to get split up. I mean, what do these guys even look like? I mean, that is spooky. He's got a chest wound here, so they do a little bit more damage normally. I mean, that is spooky for sure. Let's get the instant replay here. What it's like if you're Man, or the Indies. You're like just sitting here, like walking forward real slowly. Yeah. Did these guys not get blessed? Oh, they didn't get blessed. It's too bad. That is another problem with this, is if you can't bless your dudes, then they're gonna really get split up. Alright, very exciting. Coming down. Tian Chi with all the weapons. He's combined and now has more Warriors of the Five Elements on 2 flanks. These guys get a little abused. I think it's probably better to put them together. The thing is, when you split them up, they're kind of glass cannon-y. So, like, let's watch this again. Watch what happens when they make contact, when this group makes contact. Okay, so what happens is they're going to make contact, and watch these dudes. They just delete this whole tile. Right, but then they're going to get surrounded. If these guys were here and deleted this tile, it would be over. It would just be the end. These guys would rout. But even if they didn't rout, they would come forward and they wouldn't be surrounded. There'd just be a few guys hitting them, which is fine. These guys have 15 defense and 9 protection. They can handle a few guys hitting them. Ooh, those archer shots. Fuck these guys up. Probably best to put your archers on fire archer as well if you can, because they're causing they're doing more damage than they are doing good. So yeah, those are the things I would change from this script, is I would put my archers on fire archers, and I'd put the Warriors of the Five Elements together. But nevertheless, successful expansion. Baratos cosplaying Ubar. Expanding better than Ubar, I will point out. Yeets this commander. Excellent. Getting an... Oh, his glyph is present, reporting for duty. Has a bunch of Colossi warriors ready to go. And, yeah, there we go. Okay, so coming over to Ulm. Either Conan... Okay, he's got some of the Sacreds now. So look at these guys. 41 damage. That is a lot. 20 damage is a lot, guys. Like, if there's a guy with a 20 damage weapon, you're like, oh, damn, that's a lot of damage. This is double that. Okay? And it's going to be even higher later, because they're going to get Strength of Giants on them. And that's going to be probably a bonus 5 damage, right? So it's going to be 46. And then we're going to throw on some Berserk. And that will put them right at 50, I think, once the Imprisoned Bless wakes up. Let's take a look at some of these Cav who died. Did they get... Anybody get killed through the shield? Okay, so this passed the shield. And 12 points of damage, even though it rolled 15 for its defense roll. Or... Yeah. And kills them anyway. pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this one was a defense block. So they blocked. So this was 41 damage plus 14 versus a protection roll of 34 plus 6. Why is this 34? Because it's the protection value of the shield plus the protection value of the armor. And this was a pretty high roll, but he had a high roll here for his attack damage roll. And net effect, 15 points of damage. And the shield was damaged. Damage increased to 18 due to slashing, was killed in one hit despite blocking with the shield. So I was talking about attack roll. So this hit the shield as well. Yep. Hit the shield as well. Went through the shield. 10 points of damage. Increased to 12 due to slashing. Freaking one hit kill. And these guys are going to rout now. Now these guys have gotten a little isolated. Casual 45 damage is coming out. The other thing is when you hit this hard, 50 damage. The slashing becomes an excellent damage type when you hit this hard because you're getting that 20%. Like the 20% bonus you get from slashing doesn't do much if you're barely doing chip damage, right? But when you're doing a ton of damage, I mean, in some ways it's more overkill. But like these guys would actually do really well against Mictlan, who I'm not sure if they neighbor. They don't. Mictlan's a diagonal. Because they would just chop through all that hit points. They would also do pretty well against Tinam, pretty well against Abyssia. They would fuck up these burning ones. I think. Actually, I don't know how that matchup would go. I feel like they would probably be okay. I think it would be mutually destructive. Hard to say. Because, like, the fire shield is not as important when you're only gonna... Like, when you're gonna kill a burning one in, like, 1 or 2 hits. But that's pretty interesting. Lanka expanding with Monkey Business. So they've got the Insurus here. So this is stop hitting yourself. The first time we're going to get to see that this game. Oh my gosh. I mean, these Insuras are exceptionally killy. I mean, that was pretty good. 21 kills. All right. I'm entertained. I hope you are. To remind everybody what the bless is. We've got Shock Resistance 10, Fate Weaving, Blood Vengeance, Fire Shield, and Charged Body. And Abyssia, with the double expand, has Burning Ones coming out here. I really like Abyssia's decision to roll the dice with the blind expand. Because it really lets you get more Burning Ones out more quickly, which is important. I guess if it goes badly, though, it's really, really sad. But the starting army is so good, it's pretty hard to go badly. So this is just the starting army. Starting army for Abyssia is so freaking good. Okay. And I believe that brings us back to where we started. So thank you all for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the series so far. And the real comedy is going to begin when some of these player wars start. Because some people are just going to get rolled over, I think. Like some of the way these blesses match up, I think it's going to be very much more one-sided than a normal game. But I think it's going to be hilarious. It's going to be really fun to watch. Look forward to seeing you then. Until then, take care.